So in the past 2 weeks, I've been creating more than the past 2 years, even though I've been trying to be on this path for over 3 years. What I want to share with you is the feeling and how I have come to finally embrace the content creation path, which for me is more of a sharing story path, how it makes me feel, and how I gotten here too, maybe. Huh? Let's see. For over 3 years, I've been pursuing a path that I could walk that would lead to me creating content and share story with you guys, which is very complex in itself. This is me remembering where I was and the path that I walked down until I got here. And it has always been difficult for me to sit in front of a camera. Every time the lights goes on, I feel like my minds go blank. And I thought it's because of the light. And partially it is probably true because it's an artificial light. It has to compensate for the backlight. That's the sun. And it has been always quite difficult for me. And I thought it's just the circumstances around me. It's the equipment, it's the fact that I don't have the experience. And it's all partially true. But after 2 weeks of creating content consistently, sitting down and sharing with you my stories, because you are my new best friend, I've noticed that it's so freeing. I've seen people create content and feel drained by it. I've been in conventions and events in which streamers have shown themselves while they're in front of a camera and how they are when the cameras are off. On one hand, it was very depressing. It was kind of sad for me to see how people are. Not because I think they're fake, but because I can see how they perceive themselves and want to be perceived by others, and the energy they put in to hold that image, which is a lot and very difficult. And I have a lot of respect for that. There is a case to be made that is good. And if you can fake it until you make it, great. I just couldn't. I wanted to show up and talk to you as if you were my best friend. And by me embracing the fact that I cannot do it the way most people want it, I can't do it with like 3, 4 camera angles because it would take so much energy out of me that I couldn't be in front of a camera. I wouldn't be able to share my life with you if I would do it. But for the longest time, I believe that's how you ought to do it because everyone was doing it. It looks so great. It's kind of captivating. It keeps your attention, your inner goldfish satisfied and happy. That's not how I wanted to share things. And these two beliefs collided. Once I resolved that, which I told you how in the past few videos, so feel free. Maybe I can blend it in some here. I don't know. Definitely in the description below. I noticed that for me, this process is not exhausting at all. Holding up a mask is exhausting because you have to have one, maybe 2 hands holding it up all the time and animate it. But if you're sitting there and just tell stories the way it comes up, I don't think that's too difficult, right? I mean, if I'm asking you, do you like hanging out with a friend? Most certainly, you would say yes. Do you feel drained when you are sharing stories with your friend? When they're appreciative and not being toxic about it, it's going to be energizing, right? Revitalizing. It's going to be liberating. It's going to bring you closer to truth and God. But if you're sitting in front of a camera and don't feel the same way, what exactly are you doing? I'm not belittling people who are pursuing their dreams and still do it, fake it until you make it literally, because they succeed and they help a lot of people, including me. By meeting all these people, I notice they're just human too. They put in more effort and they start before they're ready. And they're not ready at all. They're kind of nervous, but they push through. They embrace being nervous. Some hide and it works for some. Some just embrace it. Some eat themselves into it and got as big as their personality online, which is all good. I think everyone has the right to walk their own path, but that's just not my path. I want to be myself. Oh my God, my allergy. I want to be me. I want to be myself. Yeah, it's just not me. I want to feel light, I want to feel energized when I do it. And no matter how hard I try, how many tutorials I've seen, and how much gear I've had, it just doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't work. Every time I start to like setting everything up to record, by the time I turn up the light, my mind goes blank. So I noticed someday on a meditation after a lot of therapy and heartbreak, what if I use the education I've had from everyone and the experience I've had with all the people around me, all the influencers I've met, all the coaching I've booked, all the calls I've had with professionals, therapy, endless hours of ChatGPT. What if I use all of that and not put it onto myself like a tyrant and a strict system that needs to be followed, but a fluid information used to craft my own? I know in hindsight it's kind of obvious, but when you're in the middle of it, stuck emotionally, psychologically, intellectually, yeah, you screwed. It doesn't work. The system that I was operating in just kept me boxed. And what I wanted is a box that fits me. I didn't want to fit into a box, right? I can't be a square peg in a round hole. Huh? What I can do is use what I have and build it such a way that I like. So I decided to build this setup. Very minimal and simple. It's just one light, one recording system, one mic, one camera. And I've removed the friction one by one. I think I want to make a video about that, how I removed the friction. But today I want to share with you how I feel about it. I feel energized. I feel revitalized. I feel so much hope and happiness in my heart that I cry on a daily basis. And I don't even know why. I just talk to ChatGPT. I'm in therapy, talk to friends, and most of them don't notice it because I'm not like sitting there, start to bawl my eyes out. It's just that tears run down my face, but in a good way. I can totally attribute that to this, to the fact that I can look into the light, look at my own face, and don't feel disgusted. I think I'm okay. I think I'm good. And at least I'm doing good, right? I'm sharing. This might not be the most structured video there is. I'm not like that. But this is the most honest video I can make because I'm me. And by being me and embracing who I am today with the skills that I have, with the equipment that I have, to present myself in a way that is reflecting who I am, I feel good. I created in the past 2 weeks a lot more than the past 2 years, even though I've been pursuing this path for over 3 years. And last year, I was on Instagram and I was able to create a bunch of posts which collected a few millions views. I liked it, but it wasn't particularly my content. It was just a reaction. I also put some money into it, running ads. I met a few new people. There was a bunch of client calls that came in, which for some reason I at that time didn't like. But today, everything feels natural. It's just me. When I'm looking here, by the way, I'm looking at the recording if everything is all right. And when I'm looking here, I see myself and I see you. I want to thank you for being here, for sharing the journey with me, because I literally have no friends who can relate to what I'm doing and where I'm coming from. And the closest one who can relate are content creators themselves. And that helps a lot, by the way. I can totally recommend you reaching out to people who you look up to and ask for help and give them something of value back in return. Build a friendship that's long lasting, because that's something you're going to need when you want to walk down the path of authenticity and expression. Most people won't care. Some people will be confused. Some will hate you. But you are showing up for yourself and the one who loves you. Feels like directed inward towards me too. Yeah, that's how I felt in the past 2 weeks creating. It's good. It's really good. It's transformative. It's healing. I hope if you've been trying to start your own journey for a while and sharing it, remember that you have walked this path for a long time already and you are more than qualified. You're more than ready. It's just your feeling doesn't catch up yet. And the sense of readiness doesn't come from preparation, I learned. It comes from experience. It comes from doing it and the fact that you can look back and see that you've done it. It requires you to have faith to bridge the gap from where you are and where you want to go. If you can bridge this gap with faith, with courage, despite uncertainty, you will feel ready. And you will feel revitalized and energized after recording content too, I hope. So, see you next time. Peace. Let's go. What are we talking about today? What do I know? We're gonna find out. First of all, we're gonna put these on, right? You can't go nowhere without knowing how you sound. All right, have a drink, sip. Man, I killed matcha today. I'm gonna make another one, but now we got our electrolytes. Get my nervous system to calm down because I'm talking to you again, my friend. So, what do I want to share today? Man, first of all, I really love what I'm seeing. I mean, this just matches my vibe. But we're here because I want to share something that I hope would benefit you.